Hi, this is Keena Kim with PivotalDiscovery.com. We're here at the Masters Conference with David Bennett, who's the director, one of the directors of the American Society of Digital Forensics and E-Discovery. And he's going to share a little bit about his association. David, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much. The American Society of Digital Forensics and E-Discovery is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization focused on bringing together the various professionals within the digital forensics and e-discovery professions. It is composed of chapters from across the United States. The current chapters are in San Diego, Atlanta, Chicago, and Washington.
And how did you get started, David?
We got started, quite frankly, because there was a void in the field of various organizations that just didn't put all the pieces together. You had some organizations that were very geared towards law enforcement, some organizations that were very geared towards attorneys, some that were very geared towards paralegals, and some that was very geared towards the litigation support field. However, there was nobody that really reached across all the bounds and touched each of those fields the same way that technology reaches across and touches all those fields. So what we wanted to do is put together an organization that would, again, reach across all those boundaries and bring everyone together.
So how many founders are there?
There are 5 people that originally started the organization, all based out of Atlanta, and from there we got our start in 2008. Now our database has got roughly 3,000 individuals or so in it, with the next chapters coming online are Houston, New York, and Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're very excited about the organization. It's actually separated into 3 different branches. So there's the board of directors, who is kind of the governance body of the organization. What distinguishes our board from many other boards of directors is that it's actually mandated by our bylaws to have a representative from each one of the different fields that I've already talked about. So, for instance, we have a vendor rep who is Patrick Zeller, Deputy General Counsel of Guidance Software. He's there to represent more the vendor field. We have a not-for-profit rep, which is Mark Gage with the National White Collar Crime Center. Shauna Childress with the Women of E-Discovery. Some other individuals that are involved is Ron Green, who represents corporations. He's a senior vice president with Bank of America. And then Scott Carlson with Safar Shah, who represents the legal professions. So that's our board of directors. From there we have what we refer to as the Chapter Support Center. That's more the Georgia-based corporation that deals with building membership packets and membership cards and those sorts of things. And then the final component that we are working on is the National Leadership Council, which is composed of the senior vice president and chapter presidents of the various chapters. What that organization is focused on is truly building together industry-recognized standards and certifications from across all the different professions. So that's the National Leadership Council, and it's composed from each one of the different chapters.
That's very exciting. And can you tell us a little bit about your meetings, David?
The meetings are conducted, the Atlanta meetings are conducted on a monthly basis. The last meeting that we had in Atlanta, we were very fortunate to have Judge Hodges and Jason Barron from the National Archives come out and spoke with us, and it was a joint meeting between our organization and the Women of E-Discovery. So we've been doing a lot of partnerships with other not-for-profits who are kind of in a similar space from ours.
Great. Well, very exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, ma'am.